Caterpillar has filed another patent lawsuit because apparently the modern heavy equipment industry is now roughly 40% diesel engines, 30% software, and 30% attorneys asking everyone where they got that shade of yellow. Before we get into today's lawsuit, I don't know if Caterpillar looked at the Bobcat case and thought, you know what? Fighting somebody our own size is exhausting. Let's go pick on a startup instead. It's got real, fresh out of an ugly breakup and taking it out on the cashier at Wendy's energy. I've never done that, not me specifically. And I know I'm rocking this steezy Orlando Magic Shaq jersey, not exactly blue collar, but I guess it kinda has a blue collar. What I'm trying to say is you can trust the construction industry knowledge on this channel even though I dress like a frat bro. Before we get into this lawsuit, welcome back to another episode of Downtime presented by Conequip Parts, where if you have downtime, you might as well spend it with us, and if you have heavy equipment, you might as well get your parts from Conequip Parts. 716-836-5069, or you can head over to conequip.com/shop, do a little online shopping 24/7. We got what you need to get you back to work. But let's get into this lawsuit. So what's CAT up to now? This time around, Caterpillar Paving Products is suing a small Pittsburgh-based company called Blue Light Machines. Blue Light sells aftermarket kits that can turn ordinary soil compactors and articulated dump trucks into supervised autonomous machines. Caterpillar claims those kits infringe on 5 of its patents related to autonomous operation, machine control, and worksite planning. The lawsuit was filed on June 10th, 2026 in federal court in Delaware. Caterpillar is requesting a jury trial, financial damages, and a permanent injunction that would stop Blue Light from selling the accused products. And Caterpillar is not merely saying,
knock it off and promise never to do it again.
pinky swear. The company is seeking up to triple damages for what it alleges was willful infringement, plus attorney's fees and other costs. Caterpillar says it formally warned Blue Light about the alleged infringement in May before filing the lawsuit in June. So legally speaking, this is not Cat gently tapping Blue Light on the shoulder. This is Cat arriving with a folder that's thicker than a bowl of biscuit batter. Blue Light was founded in 2023, and the basic sales pitch is incredibly straightforward. Instead of buying an entirely new autonomous machine, Blue Light installs a retrofit system on equipment you already own. The setup includes GPS antennas, cameras, a steering motor, electronic controls, software, and a tablet-based monitoring system. The company says installation can take as little as 2 or 3 hours, requires no welding, and allows one person to supervise multiple machines from a phone or a tablet. So essentially, you can drop your roller off in the morning, come back after lunch, and discover that it has gained artificial intelligence, internet access, and possibly stronger opinions about your home life. I've been working on my robot voice for this.
William, you should treat your wife better. You will lose her. She's a saint.
Blue Light currently offers kits for rollers and articulated trucks. Its website advertises a 3-month roller package for $12,000 and a truck package for $19,000, including installation, hardware, subscriptions, and RTK positioning. The systems use dual antenna GPS, forward and rear-facing cameras, obstacle detection, and remote monitoring through a cellular connection with Starlink available for remote areas. Blue Light describes this as a supervised autonomy, meaning a human is still responsible for monitoring the operation and stepping in when necessary. This is not a haul truck achieving consciousness and leaving the job site to pursue a career in, like, graphic design or something.
I found my calling, William.
According to Caterpillar's complaint, however, Blue Light's development was deeply connected to Caterpillar equipment. Cat says the kits originally worked only on Caterpillar machines and still support more than 32 machines manufactured by Caterpillar or its affiliates, while working with a much smaller number of competing brands. Caterpillar argues that it is now being forced to compete against aftermarket technology built around inventions that Caterpillar itself developed and patented. The specific products Caterpillar identifies includes Blue Light's roller kit and truck kit. The alleged infringement involves components such as the GPS antennas, GPS cable, steering motor, control hardware, tablet, software, and firmware. The 5 patents listed in the court docket were issued between 2020 and 2023 and cover various aspects of autonomous worksite planning and machine operation. Blue Light's CEO Dick Zhang says Caterpillar's case has no merit. His version of the company's origin story is that a customer handed Blue Light an an old CAT CS54B roller and asked them to make it drive itself. Zhang says the company combined open source drone technology with steering equipment that had already been used in agricultural machines for years. In other words, Blue Light's defense is basically, we didn't steal your homework. We used the free study guide. We found the SparksNote version, nerd. We just used some tractor parts and a roller somebody left in our driveway. I think he sounds like that. Zhang acknowledges that Blue Light owns no patents. He argues that software evolves way too quickly for patents to be the best measure of innovation because a software update can change a system almost overnight. That argument may sound convincing in a technology pitch, but whether it holds up against 5 specific patents in federal court is a completely different question. And unfortunately, judges rarely settle intellectual property cases by asking which company has the cooler origin story. Speaking of which, did you know that CAT didn't even exist before a caterpillar cocooned itself on a piece of steel? That's their origin story, and it's a true story. Don't fact check. The awkward part for Caterpillar is that Blue Light says it has worked with CAT and SciTech dealers to install and support these systems. Blue Light claims Caterpillar showed little to no interest during the company's first year and a half, only becoming hostile after sales began growing. Imagine that. Its technology is now supported by more than 20 CAT and SciTech dealers, according to Blue Light, and has expanded to machines from Volvo and other manufacturers. Earlier this year, Blue Light announced compatibility with Caterpillar 730s, 740 GCs, and 745 articulated trucks, Volvo G-Series trucks, CAT GC compactors, and Dynapack rollers. The company also said its dealer network had grown to 23 dealers internationally. By March, Blue Light reported more than 1 billion square feet of autonomous compaction, along with 60,000 autonomous safety stops and no recorded injuries. That's crazy. Those are company reported figures, but they help explain why Caterpillar may suddenly consider this more than just a tiny startup attaching a tablet to an old roller. Blue Light now says roughly 200 kits are operating through active subscriptions, with about 1/3 installed on articulated trucks and the remainder on compactors. Zhang claims business has actually increased since Caterpillar filed the lawsuit because customers see it as a David versus Goliath type fight. Blue Light reportedly has around 14 employees. Caterpillar has roughly 130,000. So yes, on paper, this is David versus Goliath, except David is selling autonomous dump truck software, and Goliath has an intellectual property department larger than David's hometown. The bigger issue is what this lawsuit could mean for aftermarket technology throughout the equipment industry. Contractors increasingly want systems that can be installed on machines they already own, regardless of the brand. OEMs, meanwhile, have spent enormous amounts of money developing proprietary automation and naturally do not want third-party companies turning that research into a universal retrofit kit. If Caterpillar wins, Blue Light could be forced to redesign its products, pay significant damages, or stop selling certain systems altogether. If Blue Light successfully proves that its technology was independently developed from open source and established agricultural systems, the case could strengthen the aftermarket's ability to build brand-agnostic autonomy products. For now, nobody has won anything. This is a really fresh wound. Caterpillar has filed allegations, Blue Light has publicly denied them, and the court has not determined whether any patent was actually infringed on. But the lawsuit makes one thing extremely clear. Autonomous construction equipment is no longer just an experimental side project. There is now enough money in it for everyone to start suing each other, regardless of their size, apparently. And in corporate America, that is usually when you know a brand spanking new technology has officially arrived. But that's gonna do it for today's episode, everybody. Let me know how you think about this whole CAT and Blue Light debacle. Let us know in the comments, or you can get a hold of us at 716-929-5066. But be sure to tune in next week to enjoy your downtime with Downtime. Easy peasy.
Let me tell them, downtime, it's about time. Big bad problem, trying to strip it down line. Downtime, turning all the cash to dirt. Downtime, getting us back to work.